Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight as we premiere the HHS musical, The Theory of Relativity. When we started this journey over 4 months ago, we didn't know exactly what kind of show we were going to be able to perform, preparing for every possible virtual scenario. It brings me great joy to be able to bring to you tonight the closest thing we could ever get to a live performance. The students began this process rehearsing virtually, but as the weather changed, we were able to shift to outdoor rehearsals. But the best day in this rehearsal process was the day the students were able to come back to the stage that for most of them they hadn't set foot on since last March. These students have done their best to stay flexible over the past year, but there's nothing like the atmosphere of a live theater space to an actor. Add in the lights, the microphones, the costumes, and the live pit, and we were able to give these students, especially the seniors, the opportunity to do the thing they love, tell the story of the show. The show is not a traditional narrative. Instead, it focuses on the individual stories of a group of people whose lives interconnect in a variety of ways. Each moment, in monologue or song, reveals a complex character who is seeking to make sense of the relationships in their lives. For this reason, and particularly in this year that we've had, it makes these stories extremely relatable. I encourage you to engage with the stories being told tonight, to connect with them and empathize with them. Theater serves this purpose, to place ourselves in someone else's shoes. I hope that we are able to bring you to that place this evening. A few quick thank yous. First, to the production team. Ms. Smith has been just excellent in crafting the students' vocal abilities, stretching them to be better, all while bringing a tremendous enthusiasm as the music director. We could not ask for a better person in this role. To Mr. Love, thank you for jumping in wholeheartedly and bringing your own energy and talent to helping these students find their characters. To Ms. O'Day, thank you for the amazing sound we are getting from the pit and for your trust throughout the process. Mr. Petrusian and Mr. Kuntz, this show would not look as good if it had not been for the two of you. Thank you. Also, I cannot thank enough the students who have gone above and beyond as well. Jenna Mao, our sound designer, is doing the work of 3 people, and she is just excellent. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication. Priyanka Das, who has been the unsung hero in this, from lighting to photos to assistant directing, I can truly say that this would not have happened without you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And finally, to the cast and the musicians, thank you for giving 100% every time we rehearse. It has been such a pleasure and a privilege watching you work with this material, and I'm just so proud of what you've created these past few months. You all have so much talent, but all the more, you're just a fantastic group of young people to work with. With that, sit back, relax, and enjoy as Hightstown High School proudly presents The Theory of Relativity.
Person A, person B. A is walking toward B at a rate of 3 miles per hour, and B is walking toward A at a rate of 2 miles per hour. How fast does B perceive A to be walking?
Newton's first law of motion. A body in a state of uniform motion will remain in that state of motion unless acted on by an external force.
I'm standing still on the Earth. The Earth spins at a rate of 1,070 miles per hour. The Earth orbits the Sun at a rate of 67,000 miles per hour. The Sun travels through the galaxy at a rate of 490,000 miles per hour. I'm not standing still.
When you're courting a nice guy, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Albert Einstein.
Newton's second law of motion. A change in motion is proportional to and is made in the direction of the force applied.
Person A,
Person B.
if A's position is 7 miles from B and A is walking at a rate of 4 miles per hour,
And B is walking at a rate of 5 miles per hour at a 45-degree angle to the path of person A. How soon will they meet?
And how will the path of each person be altered by that contact?
If a tree falls in the
Newton's
forest
third law of motion. To every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
and no one's there to hear it,
Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Albert Einstein.
does it?
I'm rubber and you're glue. What you say bounces off me and sticks to you.
I exist only if observed.
I am nothing without you.
that hurtles through space. My orbit and path are unique. Around me, the planets, they swirl and they race, while I watch here humble and meek. I'm held to the earth by a force I can't see, but I strive every day to take flight. I am energy, I am mass, I am light.
So this is my journey, my time on this rock. I'll chart out a course while I'm here, with my modest resources and my eye on the clock, my perspective unjaded and clear.
I study the vectors with quantum techniques, and I pray my equations are right. I am energy, I am mass, I am light as it speeds, light as it shimmers, light as it pierces the sky. Something awakes, it trembles and simmers, a force that is yearning to fly.
But the terrain is unpredictable, complex mysteries appear. There are paradoxes here to undo.
And now, relatively speaking, something's relatively near, and I'm relatively certain it's a clue.
And it's you on this marble, hurtling through space, with a path just as thoughtful and wise. I stand here beside you and I look in your face, and I see myself in your eyes. Now look all around us, more travelers, more eyes, with passions they long to pursue.
And there's you,
And there's you, and there's you, and there's you,
and there's you,
and there's you, and there's you, and there's you, and there's you, and we're all on this marble that hurtles through space. Our orbits and paths are unique, but with someone beside me to measure my pace, somehow I'm not quite so mean. So I learn what's important, I evolve and I grow. I reach for your hand and hold tight. We are energy, we are mass, we are light.
Good evening, Dr. Ohara. I'm glad you can make it. I know it's frustrating getting to Midtown at this time of day. The Uptown NR is a pain, not to mention the rain. But thank you for coming, sir. I've got something to say. I'm allergic to cats. That's part of the reason I asked to have dinner with you. I'm allergic to cats. I know it's hardly a life-threatening medical hullabaloo. See, when I was born, they expected me later, so I spent months in an incubator. Ever since that, I can't be near a cat. Whew. I can tell by your smirk. You think this is silly and borderline phobic, perhaps. But this innocent quirk can cause about reaction, my lungs could collapse. So bear with me, sir, this is nothing sordid. Your patience, I promise, will be rewarded. I'm really not that. Just allergic to cats. But Julie loves cats. As you know, they're her passion and joy. She knits them wool sweaters and crochets them hats. For their birthday, she sews them their own special toy. There's Meowser, Miss Mew, Cookie Puss, Alexander. Her couch is a playground of pee and dander. So I cough and I wheeze, I'm a fistful of Claritin D's, trying to hide before anyone sees. I'm allergic to cats. For over a year, I've hidden from Julie each anaphylactic display. Oh, 'cause she's such a dear. If she knew how cats made me suffer, she'd give them away. But she is my world, I live for her truly. Julie loves cats, and I love Julie. So she tickles their toes, and I smile as my throat starts to close. But I vow that she'll never suppose I'm allergic to cats. Well, Dr. Ohara, I fear that I've buried the headline. The point of the story is murky, I have to concede. I hope that I've shown you tonight I love your daughter with all of my might. So humbly I stand, asking you for her marital hand. Wedded life will be blissful and grand. With Julie and Meowser, Miss Mew, Cookie Puss, Alexander, the dancer, the pea, and me. Achoo! Oh!
He made me a cake. The boy I love made me a cake. With his own two hands. I don't have a technique for a cake. I have a technique for a door. You can open the door with your elbows, the right fabric and a little pressure, and you're good. Silk doesn't work. No friction. I developed the technique in public bathrooms. I had no choice. I'd wash my hands, dry them, go to the door, grab the handle, and wash them again. Wash, dry, door. Wash, dry, door. Wash, dry, You get it. It's called a handle because others have handled it with their hands. Hands that have been, I have no control over where those hands have been. That's why I have the elbow technique. See, the boy I love made me a cake with his hands. I don't have a technique for a cake.
The ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter is known as pi. Pi equals 3.14. If I bring her one red rose, she will dance with me till dawn. If I bring her one red rose, I can hold her in my arms. If I bring her one red rose. Roses are foolish, dancing's a bore. Love is a concept that wise men ignore. Numbers are perfect like pi equals 3.14. Dreams are unstable, awaken, they're gone, an unscientific phenomenon. Numbers are certain like pi is 3.141. What could be clearer than pi is 3.141?
Thank you! Excuse me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Got it. Thank you. I'm Jenny.
I'm Sarah.
She's Sarah. She's Jen. Been best friends forever, well, since we were 10. Met at ballet class, and ever since then, we became inseparable. The damage was irreparable.
Jen's like my sister.
And Sarah's like mine. Friends till the ends of the line. Had nothing much in common.
Loved horses.
Loved shoes, but we were attached at the hip.
Jen was like a goddess, my mentor and muse.
She was a nerd and a trip, but we would be together every hour of the day. People would see us and say, it's Jenny and Sarah, two peas in a pod.
Well, if one pea was perfect
And one pea was odd, first string on the volleyball squad. Happy and gregarious.
my throws were just vicarious.
She point the spotlight.
She bask in the shine.
Friends till the ends of the line. My skin was just like porcelain, hers were all zits.
My pores were perpetually blocked.
I developed early, she had no.
My cupboard was woefully stocked.
Why would I be seen with such a social refugee?
You always looked good next to me.
That's right! So we were Jenny and Sarah, a vulgar display.
The queen of the prom.
And two weird protege, I starred
red lights
in the school
cabaret.
cabaret. I mean, have you heard Sarah sing? Good golly, it's embarrassing. We were contrary forces, but somehow combined. Friends till the ends of the line.
Then something crazy happened right after 12th grade. That summer I blossomed and bloomed. I stepped into the sunlight after years in the shade, and a beautiful swan was exhumed.
Meanwhile, I was working at the local Dairy Queen and bloomed up to plus size 16.
Oh, Jenny.
18. It's just so delicious.
We both showed up at college, and no need to pretend I was popular right off the bat. But everyone was asking, Sarah, who is your friend? The one who's so
Interesting.
fat. All this malice aimed at Jenny was quite startling and new, so I did what all best friends would do. I said, I'm Sarah, she's Jenny. We used to be close, now she's desperate and clingy and sort of morose. I heard she gobbles peanut butter parfaits by the gross. In all the world is there a sight more tragic than this parasite?
So that is our story, and ain't it divine? Friends till the ends of the cold bitter end.
I guess
This is the end of the line.
Person A leaves home at age 18 and walks west against the rotation of the Earth at a rate of 3 miles per hour. If she continues to walk in a straight line, how old will she be when she returns home?
Person B leaves home at a rate of. Can't get out of here fast enough! How massive a force can change person B's trajectory?
Person C is standing still. If two equal but opposing forces are applied to person C, one internal and one external, which one will he succumb to?
My parents were immigrants new to these shores when they were just barely 18. They struggled and sacrificed, pounded on doors to carve out the life they'd foreseen. They fashioned that life out of hope and thin air, a life for the daughter they someday would share. I am that daughter, eternally grateful for all that they gave up for me.
I belong to a long line of men, all electricians by trade. My grandfather first, my father then, so proud of the business they made. A mantle is claimed, a torch will be passed, making a family legacy last. So here I stand with my future ordained, and a life that is planned out for me. Oh, great expectations, great expectations. Great expectations of me.
Through all of their hardships and every lean year, my parents could see their reward.
I have a road that's
their
laid
daughter's
out
degree
for me.
and their daughter's
One
career
for me.
and everything that can
No
afford.
struggle I see.
The trouble for me is the life that they flaunt is light years away from the life that I want. So I plant a flag because I need a piece of the world I can claim for myself. Oh, great expectations, great expectations. Oh, great expectations of me. I'm a young person with hopes and desires, a future that I engineer. I have a passion that yearns and aspires, a vision so focused and clear.
I know my path may be humble with bruises and aches.
And doubtless I'll stumble and make my mistakes.
But it's time I made choices. It's time that I screamed. I want the dream I was given. I want the dream that I dreamed.
Great expectations, great expectations. Great expectations, great expectations. Great expectations of great expectations. 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 Great expectations of me.
The terrain is unpredictable.
Complex mysteries appear.
There are
paradox is here to undo. And now, relatively speaking, something's relatively near. And I'm relatively certain it's a
So you're cruising along at college, first semester winding down, and you're finally over first semester shock. Now the holidays are approaching, and it's back to your old town, back to solid ground, your family, your rock. Yeah, there's nothing like heading homeward to clear the mental fog. The photographs in your memory never blur. So you're thinking about your parents, your sister Beth and Spike, your dog. They're frozen in your head the way they were. 'Cause there's a footprint you left there, indelible and deep. It's the core of your identity, the principles you keep. Your footprint, your history, it's who you are. So you run to hug your parents, and Beth calls you a geek. And when you yell for Spike, your dad says, "Kid, we had to put him down last week." So you find yourself back at college, kind of shaken but okay. And you're quickly swept up again by freshman year. There's your roommate who hogs the bathroom, a new paper due each day, and your part-time job as a campus store cashier. Then it's suddenly spring vacation, and it's home you go once more. And it's hard to believe that months have come and gone. You see that familiar driveway, and you open that front door with that overwhelming feeling coming on. 'Cause there's a footprint you left here, permanent and real. It's your constant, your anchor, unbendable like steel. Your footprint, your history, it's who you are. And the place looks so inviting, it's everything you'd hoped. You ask, "Where's my sister?" Your mom says, "Dear, Beth and her boyfriend eloped." What? You'd like to think you're enlightened. You'd like to believe that you're flexible and cool. Sure, things will change while you're away at school. But you worry the foundation you've been rooted to so long is somehow less dependable, is suddenly less strong. At least you're not like a tadpole, one of 3,000 eggs her mom unloads, who never gets to know her parent toads. Yeah, at least you're not like that. No, you've still got your footprint on that threadbare welcome mat, and a place to hang your hat. So your life hums along at college, and your worries slowly dim. Opportunities to go home become more rare. You hear your mom has a brand new hairdo, and your bedroom's now a gym. Your dad bought a vintage Chevrolet Bel Air. Then your sophomore and junior classes disappear before your eyes, and you're thinking about a life beyond these doors. Your old roommate is now your best friend. Your latest paper won a prize. You now manage all the college campus stores. Still, there's a footprint you cling to. It's something you can't shake, a need that won't diminish, a bond that will not break. Your footprint, your history. never changes. Your footprint is right where you stand.
He made me a cake. You have to understand, it's been a natural progression from bathroom doors to all doors, and windows, and books, and telephones, and subway poles, and elevator buttons, and steering wheels, and chair arms, and pens, and pencils, and cutlery, and glasses, and plates, and food. Food? Oh God, food. Who has touched the food, handled the food? I can't eat anything unless I make it myself. He should know better. He's seen the elbow technique. But he made me a cake with his hands. I don't have a technique for a cake.
If I bring her one red rose, I will smell her sweet perfume. If I bring her one red rose, she will gaze into my eyes. If I bring her one red rose. Flowers will shrivel, equations will thrive. Old Archimedes kept this one alive. He said that pi is always 3.1415. Chaos and order can never combine. It's far too risky when lives intertwine. There's safety in numbers like 3.14159. Some things you count on like 3.14159.
Person A is walking at a rate of 4.5 miles per hour.
Person B is walking 5 miles per hour.
Person A is moving with the general flow of traffic.
Person B is moving directly against traffic.
Person B is in the direct path of person A.
Person A is in my way.
Person B's pace increases to 5.5 miles per hour.
A is going to have to move.
Person A attempts eye contact with person B.
Eye contact indicates submission and must avoid at all costs. Person A must step aside.
Person B's eyes are green.
Eye contact avoided. Power status established.
She looks so confident.
Push over.
A thought hangs on her lips.
I forgot to put on lipstick.
She reaches in her bag.
I hate this color.
She removes the top.
Cranberry kiss.
Her pace quickens with the thump of my heart.
Why do I even have this color?
With delicate fingers, she lifts the red, moist stick to her lips.
Applying lipstick on a crowded sidewalk. What could possibly go wrong?
At this rate, person A and person B will make contact in 4 seconds.
Out of the way, honey.
I'll be a good person and step aside.
Closing the gap, fella.
But not too far. My arm and hers will gently brush. She'll turn with an apologetic glance. My fault, I'll say. The lipstick has fallen. We'll bend to pick it up. Nose to nose. Allow me. I will lift the delicate silver cylinder from the concrete. I believe this is yours. Well, I hope it's not yours. She'll toss her hair. We'll laugh. Our fingers will touch.
Coming through.
One small step to the right, and this moment is mine.
That's right. You move.
Just one small step. Damn, a post!
It's Mira the post kid.
It's her, the post got a shift left.
What are you doing?
Collision imminent.
Get out of the way.
Sorry.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, it's my fault.
Asshole.
You dropped your lipstick.
Keep it.
Person B continues on her path, pace increasing. Person A can't move.
apples, though heaven knows I tried. But it's just weird to hate apples, so for years and years I lied. I never really liked apples, it's not a choice per se. I don't know why, I guess that I was simply born this way. I never really liked apples, though I grew up in Spokane, where all they've done is grow apples since the day the world began. So I hid my feelings for apples, it's a skill I learned to hone. But as I grew, I guess I knew I'd always be alone. But I've always liked oranges from my earliest memories, even though there's no orange trees in Washington State. But still I liked oranges, it's an urge I was shy to admit. To me, apples were apples, oranges were it. Well, I left home and the apples, I had passions to pursue. I started my own adventure and enrolled at NYU. I was shy and minded my business, then I met Mike one day. He seemed so nice, so I broke the ice and found the nerve to say, I've always liked oranges. Crap, what a strange conversation start. He said,
Dude, here's the strangest part. I like oranges too.
we're two guys who like oranges, who were sent a clear message by fate. We don't have to like apples. Oranges are great. That moment left quite an impression. That moment a light bulb went off. I remembered the years of repression and my worries that people would scoff. All those times that I tried liking apples seemed at once like a meaningless waste. And I learned there with Mike that you like what you like, and there's just no accounting for taste. Now we're proud to like oranges, and we walk with our heads held high, because I found another guy who loves the things that I love.
And so did I.
We both love oranges. He's so handsome,
and he's awfully cute.
If you're looking for morals, we'll give it a shot.
There are those who like apples and those who do not.
So whatever your preference, embrace what you've got. It's a big world. Find your favorite fruit.
I met Ricky senior year in high school. He moved from Seattle that fall. In school I was invisible, but Ricky changed all that. We started dating, and I'm not overstating when I say we were perfectly matched. In the classrooms and hallways, it was me and Ricky, always permanently attached. And it was me and Ricky every lunch hour, holding hands in the cafe. Me and Ricky mocking the teachers. You should have heard us laugh. Me and Ricky, hot and sticky, at the back Before Ricky, I never had a boyfriend. Guys just never saw me that way. So when Ricky set his eyes on me, well, I fell fast and hard. Wah, 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 wah. If Ricky beckoned, I'd be there in a second. For him, I changed my wardrobe and hair. My friends, they were wary, found Ricky kinda scary. But they were jealous, I'd swear. And it was me and Ricky, cutting classes, getting high in the John. Me and Ricky, stuck in detention, trying not to let on. Me and Ricky, grabbing a quickie round the back of the gym. There was panting and Frenching and needs that needed quenching. And Jesus, I needed him. People told me that Ricky was bad news. They said ditch him and run. Run! Far too often, good women throw their lives after men. I'm nothing without you. But Ricky told me that I was who he lived for. He said I was the one. And Ricky, he loved me. He said that he loved me. So I let him love me again and again and again and again and again and again. Ricky left me, in fact, he left completely. I woke up one day, he was gone. Took my wallet, my laptop, my jewelry, my phone, and my dreams. To prove that he was here, Ricky left a souvenir. A little gift that can't be returned. For once I was clever, got rid of him forever. Lesson painfully learned. And now there's no more Ricky, no more reminder, no more life laid to waste. No more Ricky, one simple procedure, and now that memory's erased. Now I'm picky with guys I meet like Ricky. Now I'll make a new start. They can hug me and squeeze me, do everything to please me, or cut me and use me and mentally abuse me. They can think they're connected, but I'll always be protected. 'Cause they'll never enter my heart. Ricky left with that part.
Mom and I were always close. I was an only child. See, Mom had lost 3 others before it clicked with me. She called me her miracle, Mira for short. And the love in her was bigger than the sea. And she'd say, promise me this, Mira, enjoy your time on earth. Always appreciate the wonder of your birth. Promise me this, Mira, don't waste a single day. Before you know it, dear, it all can fade away. We lived a meager life, but me, I didn't really care. When you're used to having nothing, you don't miss the things you lack. And Dad was a drinker, could not hold a job. Then one day he left and never came back. And Mom said, promise me this, Mira, never make a fuss. Your father's journey is somewhere without us. Promise me this, Mira, don't ever miss his touch. It only means I get to love you twice as much. Mom saw no limitations of dreams for me, but she knew a good education would be the key. So I studied hard. When I got lost, Mom encouraged me. Then in time, I won a scholarship to the college of my choice. Mom was so proud of me, she burst at the seams. When she spoke, I heard the passion in her voice. And she'd say, promise me this, Mira, don't ever look behind. You've got a chance right now, the future's yours to find. Promise me this, Mira, don't waste a single day. Before you know it, dear, it all can fade away. A few weeks later, Mama fell and dropped her groceries, but inside we both knew that something more was going on. I prayed for a miracle, I cried myself dry, but 6 weeks later, Mama was gone. Now and then I think about the things that Mama missed, but instead of tears, my heart begins to stir, 'cause she's the one who made me see that miracles exist. So I just smile and whisper this to her. Promise you this, Mama, I will make it through. 'Cause now I understand the miracle was you. I promise you this, Mama, I won't waste a single day. And my miracle will never fade away.
You can't make a cake without touching the eggs and the flour and the sugar and the cocoa and the baking soda and salt and vanilla. He had to touch the whisk and sifter or whatever, and the spoon to mix the dry into the wet, and the scraper to scrape it into the pan. He even touched the pan and the toothpick to prick it to see if it comes out clean. If he even used a toothpick, so much touching. He touched everything with his hands. I don't know where his hands have been. I don't know where his hands have been. His hands. His hands. His hands that touched my face. His hands that touch my hair. His soft hands. His warm hands. His hands that hold mine. I know where they've been. They've been in my hands. I love those hands. I love him. He made me a cake with eggs and flour and sugar and cocoa and baking soda and salt and vanilla. He whisked and sifted and spooned and scraped and pricked it with a toothpick. The boy I love is in the next room, and he made me a cake with his hands. I'm going to open that door, and I'm gonna have some cake.
Okay, listen, my friends, I got something to say. Just gather round, I promise later we'll play. I have to explain, things will not be the way that they've been. Things are changing for good, and it's time that I filled you all in. You see, up until now it's been only us five, but I think we all knew that this day would arrive. He's offered his heart to me, and for once I've chosen yes. I love him, but that doesn't mean I love you any less. You'll always be special to me. You'll always be my main obsession. You must understand that our bond won't diminish at all. But for this plan to succeed, there must be the odd sacrifice and concession. And I hope you can start to make room in your heart for your best girlfriend, Julie, plus Paul. Sure, you might say that he's not exactly a prize. There's that nasally voice and those watering eyes. He runs from the room, holds his throat, and then cries in the yard. He's just sensitive. It's something you'll learn to just disregard. You say that friends always get left behind. It's the friends who get hurt and grow bitter. But I say in this case, my friend, you're respectfully wrong. You say he's really not one of our kind, that he's hardly the pick of the litter. But don't judge him like that. He's a real pussycat. Can't we all learn to just get along? He may sniffle a lot, he may break out in hives, but like it or not, he's now part of your lives. In spite of all obstacles, true love survives. Wait and see. This is foolish, I know. This is silly, it's true. But I guess what I'd like is a blessing from you. Alexander, Meowser, Cookie Puss, and Miss Mew. And we'll be one big happy family. You four and Paul, my fiancé, and me.
Love's an illusion, ineffable, blind. Numbers are structured, finite, confined. Equations like pi are always precisely defined. And not some frivolous, misguided notion like how my life could change for the sake of just one flower. A rose is a rose, is a rose, is a rose. It could be wonderful and strange, dancing by the hour. A 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And could it be relationships between two things or more than ratios? And so much more than one red rose. Who knows? Numbers are solid, dependable, true. It's amazing what simple mathematics can do. A rose equals a dance, and a touch, and a smell, and a gaze, and the hope of something new. But pi is exactly 3.14159. 2, 6, 5, 3, 5, 8, 9, 7, 9, 3, 2, 3, 8. If I bring her one red rose, something awaits. It trembles and simmers. A force that is yearning, a force that is yearning to force that is yearning to fly.
There you are, ordering your coffee. Here I am, 3 people behind. You, the subject, me, the observer, me enthralled, you blissfully blind. There you are, fumbling with your wallet. I'm a stranger standing in line. Then you smile and float toward the exit. Just like that, the room starts to shine. A moment comes, a moment near, and suddenly you disappear. Off to live your separate life you go. You've changed me, but you will never know. Are sitting at the stoplight. I'm here too. One car to your right. There are merely inches and worlds in between us. You make something inside me ignite. Briefly there, briefly seen, then naturally the light turns green. You leave me in that iridescent glow. And somehow I'm different, but you will never know. You are perfect, to me you are perfect. I fill the blanks and I make you ideal.
You're kind, you're gracious, loyal, tenacious.
Why should I care if you're not really real? You pose no hazard, you make no demands. You're someone who listens, supports, understands. You're someone who'll always be there.
Passing on the
Reaching
sidewalk.
for your
Entering
luggage,
a
drifting by
building,
me, waiting for a show. So unsuspecting, never connecting, like wind-driven crystals of snow.
And you'll never know.
You'll never know.
There you are, ordering your coffee. Once again, you puncture my heart. You still smiling, me still observing, still a gaping chasm apart. I gaze across the great abyss and teeter on the precipice. I take a leap without a net below. You inspire me to finally say hello. Hi.
Person A, Person B. A is walking at a rate of 3 miles per hour, and B is walking at a rate of 2 miles per hour. Their paths do not intersect. Nonetheless, does B change A's trajectory?
I stand here beside you and I look in your face, and I see myself in your eyes.
Hello! Sorry, I am late. I was out at lunch and I got stuck in the bathroom behind this woman opening a door with her elbows. All right. Work your magic, honey. Keep it simple. No French tips. I don't want to waste too much money on a blind date. Sorry about those cuticles. I've been so stressed about this date, I've been chewing at them like a dog. I don't know, should I go? Should I not go? Don't look at me like that. I know what you're thinking. Here she goes again, but this one is different. This one's a physics major. Or was it math? Well, it's something smart. Oh, I haven't told them what I do yet. You don't tell a physics major you are studying art history until it is absolutely necessary. A physics major. Wow. Oh, I've been doing some research, you know, Einstein and stuff. I want to be able to talk about something tonight. Let me practice on you. Okay, you be them, I'll be me. I think it's amazing that light travels at 186,000 miles per second. Don't you? Did I sound smart? Oh, yes, it is quite a paradox that the speed of light remains constant despite the speed of the observer. I had to look that one up. Best I can figure it. Let's say a truck is coming at us. And let's say I'm running away from the truck and you are running toward it. Now, I'm not sure why you are running toward a speeding truck. But anyway, the truck will hit you before it hits me, right? Right, okay. Now, let's say it's not a truck, but it's light coming at us at 186,000 miles per second. It should hit you first, right? Like the truck? Wrong! It'll hit both of us at the same time! So, that is the kind of thing I will be talking about tonight. Me, an art history major, and them, a physics major. And it is going to be a disaster. No, that's it. I'm not going. Oh, honey, how do you stay so calm in the high-pressure world of nail aesthetics? I mean, how does anyone stay calm? Oh, like, there's this girl in my class, we call her Little Miss Perfect. She has the most insane workload. She takes her classes all day, and then at night, she manages all the campus bookstores. All of them. But she is completely zen about everything. Oh, and I had this friend when I was a kid, Mira. She had the worst life. Her dad was a deadbeat, drunk all the time. He walked out on them when she was like 8. But she was always happy. How do they do it? You know what, maybe I should try that whole Zen thing, you know? Choose happy, create your own reality. Yeah. This date will be fine. And if it sucks just like all the others, then this too shall pass. That felt kind of good. You know what? I am gonna go. Oh, honey, you have got the best view. I could watch people from this window all day. Who are they? Where are they from? Where are they going? Scurry into your holes, lemmings. Oh my gosh, check out Miss I'm too busy, so I'm doing my lips on the street. She's gonna run right into that girl. No, she moved. Oh my God! She ran right into her. It was either her or the post. Good choice, buddy. Good choice. Choices. I don't know, honey. Should I go or not? I mean, what do you know what you're gonna end up with? Like the last one showed all the signs of being something special. Great expectations, you know? Until, you know where he took me on our first and only date? The Dairy Queen. At the mall. With that cranky girl behind the counter. I mean, you'd think working around sprinkles all day, you would be happy. Oh, and remember Mike? I made him the most amazing dinner. Candlelight, nice music, oysters. I thought, this is the one. And then everything went south when I brought out dessert. I mean, who doesn't like apple pie? And I guess I'm still getting over that a-hole Ricky from a few years back. How can a guy make you feel so good and so bad at the same time? But it's the luck of the draw, honey. Can't win one if you don't buy a ticket. Oh, like I would have sworn my friend Julie would have ended up old and alone and knitting cat sweaters, but she just told me over lunch that she's getting married. I'll send her to you to get her wedding nails done. I guess if Julie can find one, so can I. And this physicist seems like a really good person. I mean, they're taking me for dinner and dancing. I told them, bring me a red rose so I know who you are. And they agreed. It's kind of like old school romantic, don't you think? You know what? I am gonna go. I am going on a date with a physics major, and we are going to have dinner, and we are going to go dancing, and we are going to talk about the constant nature of the speed of life. Did I say life? That's funny. The speed of life. Whether you're running toward it or away from it, it hits you at the same time. Well, if that's the case, I might as well run straight at it. Oh, you're done already? Time flies when you're having a nice conversation. Honey, they are gorgeous. Thank you for everything. All right, wish me luck. Hey, maybe I should have gotten French tips. Adam. Thank you.
I launched my boat on the water. I paddled, I sailed. I mapped out my course with hubris, with force, but the current prevailed. No one said the wind's there to guide you. No one said the waves are your friend. So I struggled alone, getting battered.